hallway. Yeah.
What's the number on it?
586. All right, folks, we're coming back with Cyril and Chris King. They're just getting ready to get started. All right, welcome back. This is the BCAPL Nationals. And we got Cyril and Chris King. Cyril's a 461 Fargo, and Chris King is a 549. Right now, Fargo has Chris King as a 82.5% winner. And here we come with the lag. And Chris King won the lag. You can join us on the BCA website. I just posted the link on Facebook. Or you can join us on YouTube or badboysbp.com, Bad Boys TV. Cyril's got a pretty open table here. It doesn't look like the 6 ball passes the 8, but everything else looks clean. If he comes out too far on this, though, he'll have a difficult shot on the 2, but oh, he did just fine. That's about perfect. Have to check and see if we can't get a little help in the booth here. Again, you're watching Bad Boys TV, and this is the 40th annual BCA PL Nationals. This would be the gold division. Any of you Alaska players out there, we do have Chris King from Alaska playing now. Cyril coming back to the table. I don't know if any of you could hear the laugh in the background. We do have players standing right behind the booth. Okay, he's actually going to have to draw this over to try to get shape on this ball. If he follows it up, it'd actually be more difficult and could get trapped behind the 7, but he does have the ability to draw it over to the rail. Which he did quite nicely. He almost got tangled up with that 8 ball, but he got out of it. We have 36 viewers out there. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned too. We have free streams all week. We'll be streaming every day. 9 ball, then we'll go into 9 ball Scotch doubles, and then we'll go into 9 ball. Or we're going from 9 ball to Scotch doubles, and then to 8 ball singles, and then we will be going into teams after that. So we got a full week of streams for you. Well, he ended up on the 50-yard line here. I know he doesn't want to have to shoot a bank here, but it looks like that's probably what's going to have to happen. And if he banks actually to the left of this ball, he's going to have horrible shape on the 8 also. All right, I got Mary Kaufman joining me in the booth again. And we just got started on our first game here, so.
Very good.
And Mary, I also have the Fargo rates up and the percentages up now, so. Let everybody know what Fargo says should happen, but it's not always correct, but a lot of times it is.
That is true.
And this is Chris King here. He's from Alaska. And looks like he's found that spot because his first shot he missed and just bobbled in the pocket.
Do we know where Syrel is from?
I do not. They actually threw this match on me before I had a chance to get them anything.
Well, let's see if I can figure it out. He made a ball. Oh, he didn't. I thought that 7 was going to fall. Wow.
Looks like now Chris King. Hang on, folks. I'll fix that. It looks like Chris King can't lose. Is what it looks like.
If we're to believe the Fargo.
There, that's better. Now it's 89.2%, not 892%.
I was going to say, I think he's in the wrong division.
I'm going to step out here for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
I thought he was going to get away with it. Get safe on that. Get a fortunate roll, but he did not. That was a pretty risky shot he tried. He would probably been better off trying a safe there and sending the 2-up table and coming and putting the cue ball behind the 9-8. But he still has not an easy out here. That he's going to have to break that 6 out. He has an opportunity when he hits this 4 ball. He'll probably come out and tap that 6-9 and break those out. Or not. Okay. I didn't think that actually played from my perspective.
Yeah, it could have turned out bad, too.
It could have turned out real bad. But it's all good for him. He's just rolling them in.
And I was away for a minute. Mary, was that a Chris King win?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So Cyril is from California.
Yes.
Yes.
And now the Fargo system says that Chris King should win by 94%. If Cyril's going to make a move, it's about time he do it. Unfortunately, you let somebody get out too far ahead of you and alternating break, and problems come from there. We got 41 viewers. Thanks for coming out and watching. Again, it's the 40th annual BCAPL National Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're at the Rio Casino Hotel and Suites. It's one of the largest convention centers in Las Vegas, actually. And we fill the entire thing with pool tables. So for all you pool players out there, you're missing out if you're not here.
354?
No, actually this year we're 312.
312?
Yeah. We don't have the straight pool this year.
Okay.
Which makes a pretty big difference because those 9-foots take up a lot of space.
Yeah. Yep. I think Chris is feeling pretty confident.
Yeah,
As that last shot was.
I talked to him at the tournament desk before this match started,
Mhm.
and just from talking to him, I don't think he's ever been not confident.
He hit that nice.
Oh, yes,
That
he
was a
did.
nice stroke. And he'll get rewarded for that.
He is, but the 9-ball's going to come into play here.
Yeah, he has to be real careful here.
He could actually
He could
scratch
scratch
after.
real easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little rub off the 9 and 7 could end up scratching in a hurry.
Yep.
I'd hate to say we called it, folks, but we
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate situation. And he's not happy with himself right now, I'm
No.
sure, but
No.
I don't think it's going to shake Chris King. He's ready to go.
And they're kind of, connect the dots here.
Yep.
They're all pretty straight in from here.
The only thing that's a little bit tricky is you want to make sure from the 7 to the 8 you have to get the right angle.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get too much angle on that 8.
No, but you have to have enough to get over there.
Yeah.
Enough on the 7.
You know what? He came up a
He's
little
pretty
high.
straight in.
These pockets are forgiving, and he might be able to just, yeah.
Yeah, he just forced it over.
Yeah. These pockets are cut deep, but they're still pretty forgiving.
Yeah, they can be. If you find the center of it,
Yeah.
it'll go every time, but
Oh, yeah.
there's times where if you find the edge, it's not going to. I love saying that when the ball bobbles. Welcome to Diamond Billiards.
Yeah.
Being down 3 games and alternating break it's really rough to come back from.
Yep. Absolutely.
We did some state tournaments where they were not only handicapped, but also alternating break. Very difficult tournament. You're spotting 3 games and alternating break.
Wow.
And Fargo pays attention to when somebody is, you know, even if they're getting good rolls. I mean, because as the match goes on, you know, it can see that Chris King actually has dominated this match so far, and Cyril is hoping for a momentum shift at this point.
Yep.
If he could just get a few good rolls here, he would be able to get right back in it. Chris King, though, shows no signs of letting up at all. But I think he just
hooked himself.
Yeah, that may have been the commentator's jinx right there. May have
Nice
actually got
job.
him.
Oh dear. Well, this is Syril's part. This is his chance to get on the board.
Interesting information here. Chris King actually used to work in the Billiard Palace for Mark Griffin
Really?
in Alaska, and they told me that he used to teach Bonnie how to break. They said he'd rack every table in the building and just have her go break every table.
That's awesome.
So a little information about one of the players here. It just happened to pick up when I was at the tournament desk, but yeah, he actually worked for Mark Griffin for quite a while. And folks, as you're watching these matches today, and um, as things progress, we will be streaming more and more matches this week, and today probably every hour and a half there'll be another match that starts. So just watch Facebook, Twitter, and then if you want to, you can also go to the Bad Boys Billiard Productions YouTube page and subscribe, and they will notify you for every match that we start.
That was a nice little save. That was a nice little save.
Yeah,
That's,
it's more containment than anything
yeah.
else.
You know, he really just, getting to that 5 to the 6 wasn't hard. He just kind of quit on that stroke. He did not, I think he was afraid of overhitting it, and he just kind of quit on it, and it didn't come off that rail much.
And it actually did contain Chris because he didn't have a lot of options.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a lot of options here for the 7 ball. That's the 6s.
No, but I think at this point, where he's at in his match, I think I would actually play this 6 up in the corner, roll up, and
Take that 7.
possibly try the 7-9.
Oh, okay. Oh dear.
Yeah. But again, you know, he left the 6 up in the corner, and it may go in the side. But either one, you're still dealing with that 7 ball.
Yeah, that 7 is not easy to get to from this side. I mean, he can get to it if he hits it good. He's not even going to try to go in.
No, he's just going to try to bank this ball.
Yeah.
He's got enough of a lead that this bank isn't really much of a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his shape coming back for the 8 is perfect. He got a little closer to his work than he wanted right there, but I think he's going to be just fine.
I don't think he's concerned.
No. All right, so Chris made it to the hill. And Fargo is saying that there's not much else that can be done. That this one, unfortunately, is going to go Chris's way. And Cyril really never got anything going. The momentum never shifted his way, and I think every player out there has had that happen to him at one point or another.
But never say never.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Well, see, if I jinxed the other guy once, I thought maybe I'd give it to this guy a little bit too.
That's right.
Just make it fair. So we got a dry break. And Cyril wasn't real pleased about playing on the TV table, so that could have affected him some too. Nerves get into it. Most tables have 1 light over it, and this one has 9 over it. It can get to you.
Yeah.
And the camera with a wide-angle lens over in the corner probably is not.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he got a bad double kiss there.
It takes a while. The first couple streaming matches, the first couple years that I was on the stream, I did not like it. And I still don't like it, but you learn to play in the element. And it takes a while to just forget it's there and just play your game.
Right.
And not worry about it.
Now, that surprises me to go for that 2-9 at this point in the game.
Yeah, I think he's feeling pretty confident, and the way the table was all a lot of balls
I'm
grouped up.
I guess I just play conservative. There's no way I would have shot that.
Pretty sure I wouldn't have either.
Things are just not going Cyril's way.
No.
If you only knew how many times I've felt that. I just some days you have it and some days you don't. We're up to 68 viewers. Thanks for joining
Wow.
us.
Welcome to the 2016 BCA National Championships. This is our 40th year.
Cyril has a little bit of an opportunity here.
Yep.
He needs to make sure he hits this ball good, though, because it's actually going to be coming right on that point.
Yep. He needs to hit some high and he needs to follow through.
Possibly cheat this pocket just a
Yeah.
little bit.
He needs to roll this ball and not let us get on him. Yep. That was nice.
Yeah, he hit it good.
His other problem is getting the 5 to the 6. You know,
Yeah, the 5 to the 6.
yeah.
Actually, it just matters where you're at. I mean,
Yeah, it depends on where he gets, where he puts himself on this shot. After
looks like
this
he's
shot.
drawing back, and no.
Oh goodness. You know, he kind of just stood up on that shot halfway through it.
I don't think he thought he could get to where he wanted to be. Sometimes we second guess ourselves when we do that. Wow, he's played one pocket before.
He was hoping for a little better roll than that, though.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, but
is
I think this 9 ball, I think he's playing it up in the top left corner. Oh,
Wow.
no, he just let it ride.
I think he's just feeling like he can have some fun right now.
Boy, there's a place where you can get in trouble, too.
It sure is. It sure is. That could backfire on him real quick. It's funny how sometimes momentum changes very quickly.
Yeah, too fast.
And then,
Now, that's a pretty good
yep,
save there.
yep. Cyril gets comfortable. Chris makes too many mistakes. It can go a much different way.
This 5 ball part probably passes by itself, but
Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
and if he makes it, the rest of them are sort of just connect the dots.
Yep.
Now he just needs to take his time.
Yeah. Well, he's got kind of a big angle on this 6. That's not where I would have wanted to be for
No.
this 6-7, definitely. You know, if he plays it too soft, he can end up on just right on that 7.
Yeah, this is just a touch shot.
Yeah. He hit that nice. He hit that nice because that could end in some very bad ways.
Now
Maybe he's relaxing.
for me, I just force this ball down and shoot
Yep.
the 8 ball in the same pocket. I don't have a lot else to do there. I definitely don't take the chance on shooting it past that 9 just because
No.
if it gets close, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, just stun it down.
Yeah. And that little bit of momentum shift that we were talking about looks like it's starting to come his way a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't do anything tricky either. I just do exactly what he did.
Yep.
Take what I have.
Yep. Just stop the ball. Minimize the potential for error.
Cyril
on
makes the board. I may have actually did it for him.
Yep. Well, as I say, you just can't take me for granted, Chris. Go ahead. Keep taking risky shots.
Yeah. And our 68 viewers are hanging out with us. It's a good thing.
Wish you were here.
Yeah. And some of you may be. I've had that happen many times where people were in the room watching on their cell phones. All right. So here we go. Let's see how this break works out for Cyril. The wing ball tried to go. It actually got caught up and ended up with a dry break.
Yeah, that's his, I think, I'm not sure if he's made a ball, but at least 3 dry breaks in a row, and I really think he just needs to pull some speed off of that and not use that.
Yeah,
he's breaking pretty hard.
I've noticed that he has that magic rack at a little bit of an angle, just barely.
Yep.
And that's enough for that wing ball not to go.
Yep. That's something I always I'm real careful about checking when I'm racking, is making sure that it's straight, whether it's the magic rack or the regular rack.
Right. Yeah, they put that diamond down there at the bottom for a reason.
I tend to stand up and look at the head ball in relationship to that diamond.
Well, here he can either back cut this ball or cut it on the pro side. No good option here. He didn't leave himself a bunch.
Yeah.
Although he did leave a bunch of blockers.
Yeah. That was a nice little 2-way. I don't know if you can see through that hole. It looks like he might be getting a jump cue. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
We can't see the players from.
But we can have a different view there, and we know he can't see that ball now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have those other angles. I'm going to stay on this camera angle though, because just viewing it, I can see that he's actually blocking the biggest part of the view there. So we'll stay right here where we're at and see how Cyril does on this this jump shot. He's having to jump a little bit more than half the ball. And he actually rubbed the top of the 9 on the way over. Those fouls unfortunately happen a lot with jumping. And Chris is making short work of this right now. I don't know if he actually likes this 6 ball or not. He could have came down a little further and made this rack a lot easier for himself. Now he come back and hit the 9. Now he's got a tough 7. He just left himself a little bit more than what he wanted. Chris is a really nice guy. Like I said, I talked to him for a little while, and hopefully he doesn't listen to this later and say, well, that guy's a jerk. All right, Cyril's back at the table.
Yeah.
Gonna work on this 7 ball. Just gonna cut it down into the corner. And he needs to go across the table, but not back. If he goes back, he'll have issues.
Yeah. He hit that nice. I was worried when he hit the rail with that 7 ball. It was gonna hang up on him. He got away with it though.
That's 8 ball. He just chose to shoot it slow and just take his medicine. He's got, it is what it is. Now he's just got to make the 9.
Yep. Take your time and relax and breathe. That'll keep you in the game. How'd he hit it?
Yeah, nice fluid stroke.
Yep. Yep.
Cyril's working his way back.
Yep. Chris needs to not take anything else for granted, and he needs to finish if he's gonna win this match. Because that's when you get a little bit lazy mentally and think you've already won it. That's the best way to lose.
That's when yeah.
Keep thinking the guy's going to give you another shot.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just don't anymore. It's funny somehow that works sometimes.
Yeah.
He made the 8 ball and he scratched.
And Fargo says that the odds are slowly getting better for Cyril. He's still got a long way to go, but they're getting better. He just has to keep up what he's doing right now. And the fading that break there by Chris, that doesn't hurt a thing.
Yeah. Well, he can get on that 2 ball. He needs to get all the way over to that rail above the 2 ball.
All right, sorry about that. Music went a little crazy there for a second. It wasn't even supposed to be turned on, and it got turned all the way up. So hopefully that won't happen anymore.
Well, in the meantime, Cyril's given Chris ball in hand. It's not the easiest rack to get out of, but it's not impossible, that's for sure. The balls are, nothing's touching. And he just needs to be a little more careful than he has been in the last couple racks.
Yep. And that was a nice shot right there.
Yep, it was.
Actually brought that back a little bit further than I thought he would have, but his shape on the 6-ball's nice. This right here is pretty much.
He looks like a guy who plays a lot of big table.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And I'm sure from that bank shot that he made earlier that one pocket thing is not an imagination. That he
Yeah.
plays one pocket.
Yeah.
I'm seeing him as a golfer.
Oh,
Boy, that was close right
that
there.
was close.
Well, that wraps it up. That puts Chris King as our winner. Folks, we'll probably be back in about 30 to 40 minutes. Give us a chance to get another match lined up, and we'll be back. Just hang around.
Hope you're enjoying the stream.
Definitely. Thanks from Bad Boys Billiard Productions and the BCA Pool League and CSI. And Mary Kaufman, thank you for joining us, and hopefully you'll be back after a while.
Yep, thank you, Jeremy. Enjoyed it.